Today I wanted to talk about show and tell and how to inspire people by using that simple concept. So show and tell, as we all played or did in preschool, is an interesting concept because if we want to inspire people and we're in a business or a profession that requires inspiring people, like being a leader of some sort, to get people to be inspired, you have to actually show and not just tell them what you want them to do. And that you can do the best by leading by example. Leading by example is a perfect way to show people what you want them to do, because you're taking an action. You're taking an action to show them, this is what I do and this is what I would expect of you. So talk can be very preachy or worthless to people if the words that you're saying are not backed by action. And that I can compare to money and gold, and how money used to have a gold standard. Money used to be an IOU and a representation of gold. In 1971, Richard Nixon severed the ties between gold and money, and all of a sudden the government can start printing as much money as they want, but it's not actually backed up by anything. There's no gold to show them that this paper is worth this much in gold. They literally severed the ties, and inflation went up and money became kind of worthless essentially because there's nothing backing it up. And it's the same thing. Action is the gold of talk. So whatever you're saying should be backed up by action. It should be backed up by gold. You can't tell people to believe in something if you say that you do, but take the opposite action or inaction. People don't want demands, they want guidance. People don't want you telling them what to do if you can't even do it themselves. I feel like the worst thing a parent could say to a child when they're raising a child is, do it because I said so. Or if they're asking a child to do something and they can't even do it themselves, like having some kind of bad habit, the child's gonna get really confused. The child's gonna get confused as to not understanding what's the point of doing something if you don't even do it. That's just bad leadership. So if you wanna be a good leader, if you wanna be a good inspirer or a waker-upper, you have to take action. You have to do the things that you say you're gonna do. Your word has to mean something. Because after a while, people will give up on your word. It's like the boy who cries wolf. If you get people excited about things that you're doing or things that you're up to or things that you want to do, and you don't actually take steps or take actionable steps to show them that you really want it, they won't believe you. You might as well make up some bullshit. You might as well make up something false, because that's exactly what you're doing. You're just talking and talking and talking, and nothing's actually being done. Nothing's actually changing. Nothing's actually happening. So take action. Don't just speak about it. What if you lost your voice and you wanted to show someone how much you loved them? How would you do it if you couldn't say it? If you couldn't say something, how would you show somebody what you want or what you're capable of? You have to actually do it. You have to take action to show what your intention is, or else no one's gonna believe your word. Anyone can just talk, anyone can just make promises, anyone can just say things. But do you want to be just like everyone else who just talks and talks and talks and never follows through? I don't want to. I don't want to be that way. So no matter what your profession, you can inspire people by living what you say. So if you're a janitor, or you're a bus driver, or you're a nurse, or you're a lawyer, or you're a CEO of a company, you can inspire people by living your talk. Walking, or what's the saying? Walking your talk. You can't talk your walk. You could plan for it, you can keep saying it's gonna happen, you can convince yourself. I have a fucking great job of doing that. There's gonna come a time where you actually have to walk your talk instead of just talking. Believe me, the reason I'm talking about this topic is because I've been there, and I need to make these videos to actually show what I'm telling. So I'm not preaching. This is almost like a video to myself. I'm reaching out to myself to say, make things happen. Don't wait for someone to help you. Do it yourself. Take action. Any little action step that you possibly can do, take it. Take action now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait for a week from now. Do it right now. Any little thing to prove to yourself that what you want is true, that what you're telling yourself, what you're telling other people is real. The only way to prove to people that you're a serious person is to show them. Because people who know what it's like to work with serious people or to be with people who really care about life know to watch out for actions, not for words. It's taken me quite a long time to learn the lesson of this topic, but you know what? That's like yelling at a tree to grow. You can't get mad at yourself for it, and you can't see your failures and give up because of them. You have to let them inspire you, but that's a whole other talk. So for now, let's start showing instead of telling. What would you do? What action would you take if you wanted to prove someone something that you would normally just tell them? Take that action right now. Even if it's an action towards the action, just do something, anything, and everything will start to fall into place. The more you talk, the more you're just wasting time of being able to take the action to do it. There's a time for talking and there's a time for showing. So show the world what you want. Thank you.